Welcome to another episode of Young at War. My name is Maciel, and of course, Young at War is a show of where you can always express yourself and make yourself a better person. Young at War has been around for a little bit amount of time, but nonetheless, it is going to be around forever. And just believe that. Today we have our guest, Dreamcast McFly. How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm doing great, thanks. I've had a great day. I actually had a song on my first episode of Dreamcast McFly. The song was Memories. And today we're going to have another song by him. Um, so, Dreamcast McFly, how can people find you?
The simplest way, just Google Dreamcast McFly and everything will pop up. But if you want more direct links, you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I think I have a Vine out there somewhere.
Have you ever posted a video on Vine?
I did. I don't remember what it was about, but I did.
I know you're a little character, so that might have been a funny video. And when you say that people can Google you, do pictures really pop up of you and of your music and stuff like that?
Yeah, you can find music links. For some reason, there's a picture of girl from Harry Potter. I have no idea why.
That's funny. I'm gonna have to Google that so I could see that you are Hermione from Harry Potter.
Apparently, we look alike.
Probably because of the red hair. That's probably why they did that.
It's like, Ginger, they look alike, whatever.
That's funny. Your music, genre. I just don't know what genre that is. What style is your music?
I would just call it experimental hip hop. I like to play with a lot of different things. My dad was in a rock band, so I get that element. I like to play synthesizer on a couple songs. And I just mix it up.
That's really, really cool. And you did say that experimental hip hop. What is experimental hip hop? Is it like hip hop, like the stuff that you hear nowadays in the radio? Is it commercial? What type of beats do you have? What is that?
The best way to explain experimental hip hop is Outkast's The Love Below Speaker Box album.
Very nice, very nice. I love Outkast. If any of you are real hip hop heads and you know what real music is, you should listen to Dreamcast McFly. Now, what exactly made you get into music? Because I know that you said that your dad was in a rock band. Did that make you get into music, or have you always had a love for music yourself?
Me and my brother, we grew up around that element. Like, we had a organ in the house, we had a piano.
Oh wow, that's so cool.
Ukuleles, guitars.
Oh, that's really nice. So automatically you just started playing music when you were. Oh wow, that's cool. So with that being said, music has always been a part of your life.
Yeah.
That's so cool. That's so cool. When did you start playing music? What age? How old were you?
I wrote my first song at 12 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it a love song?
No, it wasn't a love song.
What type of song was it? Like, was it you and your homeboys playing around, or was it you by yourself?
It was just me by myself. It was just childish stuff. Like,
do you remember any of it when you were younger?
I don't remember what I had for breakfast. I'm sorry.
You know, I always say sometimes if I didn't have my head on my shoulders, I probably would have lost it somewhere on a train. I probably would have left it in my car right now. Yeah, I'm crazy. So yeah, that's really cool. I think that anybody who hears your music would really, really, really enjoy it. And are you even trying to get on the radio? What are you trying to do with that?
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to get on the radio.
Cool.
It made it on one radio station.
24/7 Miami. That's right. That's right. As a matter of fact, we're going to go to break right now. When we come back, we're going to play one of your songs. Another one, as a matter of fact, because he has so many songs that are so good and we should all listen to. So when we come back from break, we're going to go ahead and listen to that song.
Oh, God, my leg fell asleep.
And we're back. That song was the first song of the day, was called Vertigo by Dreamcast McFly. Very, very good song. Can you tell us a little bit about that song?
Sure. Yeah. Vertigo. When I really when I wrote it, I was just thinking about a lot of different things in my life. Like when I found out my dad was in jail.
Oh God.
Um, when I actually I actually have vertigo, and I was at Dadeland Mall and I almost had a seizure.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Was that because you were going through a lot of stuff in your mind, and
Oh,
or do you have seizures because you were on it, or
no,
what was going on that you had a seizure? Do you usually have that?
patterns just make me sick to my stomach.
Oh really?
Yeah, so when I'm around Macy's and I smell perfumes and it's just a rush of colors, yeah, I gotta sit down.
Oh wow, that's really interesting to know.
I hate
I've never.
Skittles.
You hate Skittles? Oh my God, I love Skittles. Let me taste the rainbow.
I ain't taste no rainbow.
For those of you who have vertigo, stay away from patterns. um, so that's really interesting to know. So with that being said, vertigo was a song that you wrote when you went through a lot, and going through a lot. I'm sure that you have goals not to go through that again, and or um, to just make yourself better after you've been through those situations. What are your goals for the future with your music or for yourself?
Um, wow, I have a lot of different goals. I mean, right now I'm studying to be a stockbroker.
Oh, that's so cool. You're gonna make money with that.
Definitely.
Okay,
And
and
I mean, I have a couple firms to look at for that job
yeah, you do.
because I have family in there. And I want to use that to basically self-sustain my career so I
Hmm.
can do more music
Of course.
and go anywhere I want to.
What's your main goal? Is it music or is it having like a job to stable yourself?
Oh no,
Because
it's definitely the music. I mean, I want to be a pop phenomenon.
oh, and I'm sure you can. You have the potential to do so. You really do. And I'm not just saying that because you're my friend. I'm saying that because even if you weren't my friend, hearing your music would definitely make somebody, happy or like anybody could bump to it. So, what are you doing now? Do you have any gigs lined up? Do you have any shows that you do apart from Speak? Or what do you do at Speak itself?
One of the house performers there. I was invited by Rob Lee and his group um, about a year ago, and it's been a nice ride. I mean, to go there just about every Friday, perform among the elite artists in Miami.
True. And how long have you been going there?
I believe about 3 years now.
Oh wow. So you're definitely one of the veterans of the house players.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. Do a lot of people go, and how often can anybody that's new go there? Or do you have to be invited?
Oh no, you can
How's
go
that?
there every Friday.
What if I want to go and be one of the house speakers? Because I really do.
Oh, if you want to be a house poet, they're gonna have a meeting about bringing you into the team.
Oh, so I have to be like
You have to be that you have to be
mentioned.
invited in.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I understand that completely. I wouldn't just let anybody into my circle either. And if you do, then you're crazy. So does your family encourage you when it comes to your music, or do they encourage you more when it comes to making money as a stockbroker? Because you did say that you have family in the which one do they encourage you more on, and why do you think so?
Oh, they definitely encourage me more on the music.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. My mom's been to a couple of my shows. My brother, we're actually in a group together called the Ivy League.
Your brother and you? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and a couple of other friends.
Mm-hmm. And what type of music is that? Is that experimental hip hop as well?
No, no, that's just straight hip hop.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't like the crazy stuff I do.
The crazy stuff that you do, is that the experimental hip hop?
Yeah.
Do you ever incorporate any other type of music or genre into that experimental hip hop?
Definitely, rock and roll, soul music.
Oh, very nice, very nice. We might have to go ahead and just watch you speak one day. Now, you did say that your family encouraged you more on the music. Do you know, is it because you're a really good artist, or do they just do that because they have to, because they love you? What do you think? Because that happens sometimes.
I mean, at this point, let's see, I've been doing this since 12. I've been doing this almost 12 years, so they kind of have to at this point. It's not a
Right,
fad anymore.
right. Like, you're gonna go to my show, mom. Go, go. Now, what's your love life like? Do you have a partner now? Does your partner encourage you if you have one now? Judging by the way you just laughed, it makes me think that you have a little play toy, or maybe that is something that you get asked a lot. Now, what's that about?
No, there isn't a play toy. It's the right terminology. Yeah, there's a prospect.
Prospect that hand.
Prospect at hand. She knows who she is, and yeah, she really enjoys what I do, and she's a dancer, so we're all on the same playing field.
That's nice. That's very nice. I actually I like that she is in the same field as you, because it's like, if you guys ever go out together, you could be the one rapping and then she'll be dancing, and then you guys would just make a cute couple. I would have to meet her, bring her to the show.
Definitely.
If you're listening, come to the show. Now, we're gonna go to another break. When we come back, we're gonna go ahead and hear the poem of the day, and then we're gonna keep on with, of course, Dreamcast McFly. Stay tuned. And we're back. Thank you for that break. That song was, well, for my radio listeners at least, my YouTube listeners or watchers, you couldn't hear the song of the day, but you will be able to hear it on Friday at 7 p.m. only on 247miami.tv. Tune in and don't miss out on that show, because you will be hearing the songs of the day. That song of the day was by my very, very good loved friend, as well as that brother, J.Y. de Moya. That song was a reggaeton song, and it was very, very, very good. Now, up next, we have the poem of the day, written by yours truly, of course. I think that for the past probably 4 episodes or 3 episodes, I've only said my poems. And that's because I have so many. I have probably like 6 books of poems that I've written throughout the years. And I just love writing. So this poem is called So Amazing. If you ever want to, take down some of my poems, or if you ever want to, let me know that you love my poem and that you want to use it and or, read it to someone, or even use it for your Facebook, Instagram, or whatever, you could just let me know on Instagram. My name is Maxi_YAW for Young at War. And on Facebook, my name is Masi Moma Abreu. That's right. Sorry. So with that being said, So Amazing is my poem for the day. Here we go. I speak to you, my words not scripted. You see me refusing to shatter and demolish. This feeling controlling my every thought. A thought I hope we'd someday accomplish. I speak these words not scripted, feeling the difference of my gained patience. As I speak to you, open your mind. Believe I'm a never ending skyrise. Look further beyond and become blind. Feel this thought in my mind. These words not scripted. I've come to realize, while looking in your eyes, life is no surprise. Continuing to gain motivation when my notations of our entire relation become true. These words are my thoughts of you. That poem, you could dedicate it to a very, very loved one. You could dedicate it to your girlfriend, boyfriend, your partner in crime, anybody that you feel very special about. What do you think about that poem?
Sweet.
It was sweet.
It reminded me of Bonnie and Clyde.
Ah. Well, I have you seen the movie Bonnie and Clyde on
There's a movie
yeah, it's a really, really, really good movie. I love that movie. It's with Emil Hirsch. It's on Netflix.
on Netflix.
Yeah, so if anybody has Netflix, watch the movie Bonnie and Clyde with Emil Hirsch. He is just an amazing actor. And the fact that he did that movie Bonnie and Clyde, I just love it. I love it, and I give him 100% props because that movie came out amazing. Watch it on Netflix, Bonnie and Clyde. Now, up next, I do have a topic. My topic is racism. We all deal with it. We all deal with it. Me, because I'm Hispanic and I work in Doral, which Doral is a mostly Hispanic area, but there are some Hispanic people in Miami who are racist against their own race. Now, there's also, I don't know how people could even be racist in Miami because there's blacks, whites, Hispanic, Chinese, everything. And people are still racist against each other. And I just think that you're mixed. Do you ever deal with racism and if you do, on which side? Because people could just be so stupid sometimes.
Oh, racism on my behalf is awful. Do you know how hard it is to live your life as a black ginger?
Yeah, that's funny.
I'm hated on
I
every.
don't actually.
I'm hated on every side.
I could see why though, and you're laughing, but it's something that is true. You are sometimes discriminated against, not only because you're you're mixed, but we don't even know what you are because you look black, but you're white.
That's the worst kind of.
And
It's worst kind of prejudice.
you're not even albino. So what happens? Like what experiences have you been through with racism?
Let's see. I mean, there's been time where my friend was actually dropping me off to work, and I'm dressed nicely, with the shirt and tie, just like this.
Mm-hmm.
And he's dressed in nothing but a tank top and basketball shorts. And he's Hispanic with long hair. The cop pulls us over. Guess who he decides to search and try to plant drugs on? This guy.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. He keeps asking me why I'm so nervous. I'm like, look, sir, I'm just trying to get to work.
Oh my God.
And he reaches in my pocket. I feel the bag of whatever he's about to rub against my thigh. And he's like, oh, you sure you ain't got any drugs on you? You sure you want to say something slick? I'm like, no, sir, I just want to go to work. And I feel him.
Like you hear the little of the bag, the
I
little
feel
sound.
him put it back in his palm.
Oh my God. That's really, I don't even know what to call that. That's just, well, in my last show, I'm sure that you heard it when I was here with Abel. We were talking about how cops in Miami are very crooked. And if that cop is racist, then he would probably just be 10 times more crooked than he is already.
Yeah.
Have you ever been through any other experiences where blacks are racist with you, or just white people themselves are racist with you? And how do you feel about that?
I mean, yeah, black people be very racist with me.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about that?
Betrayed. I mean,
you're my people. You're one of me. I'm one of you. But no, seriously. Does that hurt you? Because I know at this day and age, nobody should feel hurt by anybody else. But it's just a thought in your mind. Do you think that that's wrong? How do you feel about that?
I mean, yeah, it used to really hurt as a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it was just, I kind of veered off from everyone.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was like, oh, I'm too white for the black kids, too black for the white kids.
You don't know what to do.
I don't know a lick of Spanish.
Right. And here in Miami, I know that if I hang out with the Spanish kids, then we're going to talk a little bit of Spanish and you're not going to understand. Even though when I was in high school, I hung out with everyone, even with the nerds, even with the EH kids and the special ed students, because I'm just like an all-around lovely person. But when you say that you have been through certain things and even blacks and whites have been racist with you, what is your actual race, and how does that incorporate into the racism that people have been racist with you by?
I mean, racism has always been completely wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm half Ethiopian and half Sicilian.
Cool mix. But
okay. You know, so like black kids be like, what you doing around here, white boy?
like, what are you talking about?
I'm like, Ethiopia is. I'm the blackest person you know.
And who in your family is Ethiopian?
That's on my mom's side.
On your mom's side?
Yeah.
And then on your dad's side, you guys are Sicilian?
Yes.
Have you ever been to either or?
No, I have not.
Are you planning to?
Yes.
Hopefully, right?
Hopefully.
That would be a really cool experience if you go to Ethiopia or Sicily.
That I'd really love to go to, Ethiopia.
I did a project on Ethiopia once. I did the flag, and that was like in second grade, so I really don't remember much. But I did do a project on Ethiopia once, and it was I learned a lot back then. I just don't remember now.
I mean, they say it's like a mystic land.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the only country in Africa that has never been taken over.
Oh, really? So it's the only like independent country, basically?
It's the only country that's never been taken over.
Oh, wow.
People have tried and they always fail.
That's all the reason for you to go. Do you have a wife and kids, or you just have a prospect?
Just a prospect. No.
Well,
kids.
Whenever you do have a wife and kids, or if you're planning on traveling now, that's definitely something that you should try to do.
Definitely.
It really is, because
one day.
One day, right? Kids. When you become a stockbroker. Because that's something that is very, I want to say, mind blowing just to go back to your motherlands and even study or even travel and experience that for yourself, right?
Definitely.
Now, do your brothers and sisters look like you, or have they ever talked to you about having people being racist with them too?
I mean, yeah, my little brother, he looks just like me.
No way. And
Yeah,
how old is he?
he just turned 21.
Oh, and does he go through that type of stuff? Have you ever heard of him being picked on or anything?
As a matter of fact, yes. Around the first year we lived in Kendall. Keep in mind, I'm originally from Atlanta, so moving down here was
How long have you
crazy.
been in Miami?
Um, me since high school.
And what is that like for you?
It was a very weird change of scenery. I mean, I
I
came
bet.
when I came down here. The one of the first words I heard was, "Why you so friendly, dog?" I'm like, "What?"
Ah, are you lying right now?
I'm not lying.
I'm just laughing because that is so funny that you said that. In Miami, anybody would tell you that. Why are you so and sometimes sometimes well if you're from Miami, you know that being friendly in certain situations is not right because people just don't like that. People are just Miami is one of the rudest cities in America. And just so that you know, there are some people that are nice. Like Joseph and I here. But that's just so funny that you said that. That's so funny. And what did you do when that happened?
I didn't know what this meant. Like, way I was raised. What's wrong with you?
I'm from
It's
Miami, bro.
it's 7 o'clock in the morning. Why are you so angry right now?
Oh my god, that was so funny. Oh my god. And how different is Atlanta from Miami? The apart from the fact that they're more friendly over there than here.
Culture's a lot different. Um, I mean, there's a lot of similarities. Like, they're obsessed with the strip club. Um, yeah, we like to go roller skating up there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
like in the movie
ATL.
ATL, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool.
Um,
And do you think that part of your music or part of your motivation came from coming from Atlanta?
oh, definitely. I mean, Atlanta, there was always music and musicians. I mean,
Yeah, a lot of people come from
they had
Atlanta.
a long run reigning in hip hop.
Right, that's true, including Outkast.
Yeah, Outkast, Goody Mob.
Mm-hmm. Sierra. That's true. A lot of people came from Atlanta. Very true. Now, we were talking earlier about not only where you came from, Atlanta, but also racism. And you earlier said that when you got into music or when you did that song Vertigo, you just found out that your dad was in jail. Um, has any other past obstacles, or has there been major obstacles that you've been through in life that allowed you to express yourself through music, apart from what you said?
Definitely. I mean, when when I actually first started writing music,
Hmm.
my parents split up. I mean,
Oh, that's tough.
yeah, and then I've actually seen my dad do drugs.
Hmm.
So
That's tough too. And how old were you when that happened?
I was 10 years old when I saw that.
How does that? Did you know what was going on? Did you, by any chance, like try to help him?
I
Did
had
you
no
just were
idea
you
what was
nonchalant
going.
about what was going on?
I had no idea what was going on. I
Man, what are
mean,
you doing?
yeah, I just looked at him, scratched my head, and went off with my Game Boy.
Probably. I can see that because you just like, well, that's my dad. He's not gonna do anything that's gonna hurt me. But in the long run, I guess it was hurting him.
Yeah.
I mean, doing drugs for anyone is hurting you. Don't do drugs, people. But what would you tell people that are going through what you've been through? Because nowadays, not only are many parents not teaching them their kids of what the right thing to do is, but there are many kids or many teenagers, many young adults that have been through a lot of stuff and don't know how to express themselves. And that's one of the reasons that I had Young at War, because many of us have been through a lot of stuff. Many of us do have the potential to write a song, to write a poem, to draw a beautiful masterpiece, but we don't do it. So Young at War is here to allow you to express yourself. Jot down that thought, draw that drawing, do what you have to do to express yourself and make yourself feel better. Because I could promise you, me writing, Fly, writing his music, doing his music has made us better people. Trust me, it will make you a better person. What would you tell people that are going through the things that you've been through? Like, how could you tell them don't slash that wrist, or don't go fighting those people, or what would you tell them?
I would tell them to find something constructive to do. I mean, at the end of the day, not to knock any therapist hustle, but
Hmm.
don't waste your money on that. Don't waste the time. They tried to get one for me. I didn't want any part of that.
Why?
I didn't see anything with me, so I just kept a rhyme book close by,
Hmm.
and I decided to incorporate those poems into music.
I agree. I have did I well, I'm sure everybody knows that I have a few poem books. And these poem books have many, many poems in them. Do you think that I could give you one of those poems and then you could write a song with it and I could be like the ghostwriter?
Oh, definitely.
No, I'm serious.
Oh, definitely. I'm serious too.
Because if you get famous off of one of my songs, I'm gonna come after you and I'm gonna get those royalties. No, I'm serious, guys. So if you guys see him blowing up one day, you guys are gonna know it's because of me and my song, okay? But he also has a potential with his music, just to let you know. Um, do you incorporate what you've been through into your music?
um, I mean, I used to. Now I feel where I can be at peace and I could write about other things.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of my songs just come straight off of imagination.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like rapping about a lot of over the top things like skiing down pyramids,
What?
jumping out of helicopters.
Really?
Yeah.
And when you say jumping out of helicopters, um do you make these songs? That actually brings me to my next question, which is very funny. My next question is, um, your songs, are they real or are they imaginary?
Oh, everything's real.
Everything's real.
Everything's real.
What about helicopter?
I went skydiving.
Oh,
Everything's
okay.
real.
Was it out of a helicopter?
No, it was out of an airplane, but
And how was that? I'm dying to go skydiving.
it's exhilarating.
Oh, I bet. Just like the adrenaline of jumping out and not saying anything.
Yeah, I'm trying to like cross off everything on the bucket list before I hit 30. So
Like, what type of things have you crossed off already? Apart from skydiving, because I know that's fun.
I went skydiving, parasailing. I went I went snorkeling with sharks.
Oh, oh my God, I hate sharks, and I'm so scared of the sea because the sea is nothing to joke with. Like you could just, you know, disappear and then nobody will ever find you. And then
Yeah.
they'll just be like, oh, she got lost in the water. Like, no, I didn't. I'm still here. I'm getting eaten by a shark, guys. Find me. So
Sharks
that's
are
one thing.
misunderstood.
Sharks are not misunderstood. They probably are, but I don't think that I would go snorkeling, but I'm sure that was a really fun experience.
Oh, it was.
Where did you go? Where did you do that? Was it here in Miami or was it in the Keys? Where?
It was in
Hmm.
um yeah, I went to this sea camp thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Oh,
Did
it
you go
was
in a
fun.
group or did you go by yourself or?
Oh no, it was in a group.
Oh, that's so fun. Do you
Yeah,
have
it
to go in a
was.
group or can you do it privately?
You can do it privately. I think it was just me and like 15 other kids.
Oh,
Yeah,
just 15 other people. That's it.
15 other people. That's not a large number.
Of course it is. Don't you think that the sharks are gonna get scared and try to bite you guys?
I mean, we didn't have anything shiny, so everything was perfectly fine.
Well, with that being said, guys, don't go snorkeling with anything shiny. Don't try to put your chunks on.
But swim with sharks.
Don't go put your gold teeth on. Don't go wear these nice earrings because you will get bit by a shark. And make sure you go in a group so you don't get eaten first.
Oh yeah, don't touch them either.
Don't touch them so you could just watch them. Were you in a
Yeah.
cage?
No,
I'm
no, I wasn't.
just asking because I've seen movies like that where.
No, it was like a big lagoon
Mm-hmm.
where there were three baby sharks. I think a mom and a nurse shark.
Oh, those are huge.
Yeah.
Oh God. Now that's so funny that you've done that. Have you made a song about that, or just a song about jumping out the helicopter? When you say that your songs are all real, do you ever, because you did say earlier that your songs come from the imaginary mind as well. Do you have any songs at all that are kind of confusing or that are just come from the mind at all? Do you freestyle? Do you
Um,
have any imaginary songs at all?
yeah, I have a couple of imaginary songs. I have a song called
Hmm.
where it's
Oh, I think
me.
I've heard it.
You've heard it?
I think I have, yeah.
Oh, nice.
I think that's one of the songs that you sent over to me in a demo. I think it was
Oh yeah,
one
that
of the
was one of
first
my demo
songs,
songs.
and I picked Memories to play. It was the best one. Well, to me at least. I don't know what you guys think. In the future, you guys will be able to hear that Atlantis song or any of the other songs that he has out. But as of right now, we were talking about how some of your songs are real, even though they do come from the imaginary mind. How do you feel knowing that you are an artist, coming from a mixed background, coming from Atlanta, moving to Miami? How do you feel with the mind, like the mind of the man, right? Is a very, very strange thing. The mind is the biggest muscle in the body. Like, what do you think about when it comes to you writing music and your mind? How do you think about um, your mind? Where's your mind at whenever you write, basically?
Um, you know what? That is a good question. I sometimes wonder where my mind is when I'm
No,
writing music.
it's a really good question. That's actually a question that I'm going to start asking all of my interviewees, because I know that Young at War basically is to help people overcome what they've been through and or just give them the motivation to begin overcoming what they've been through. And a big part of that is knowing where your mind is at. A big part of that is knowing how the mind of a man works. Um, so where do you think that your mind is at whenever you write? Do you think that your mind is just, because me, for one, when I write, I just I just let my pen go. I just let my hand go, and my hand writes it. My hand has a mind of its own. And then when I go back and I read my poems, I'm just like, how the hell did I write this? Or how the hell did I write this? But then I think about it when I go over it and over it again. My mind had expanded so much and so deep that my hands basically became my mind. Do you understand me?
I
I'm
understand.
sure I'm sure you feel that because you're a writer too. Do you ever feel that?
Yeah, sometimes just having a normal conversation, my right hand is going off, or I just pull out my phone. I'm like,
For real?
yeah,
You know,
I don't do work.
you heard that, boss. I swear I don't do it at work, boss. I don't do it at work either. But at work, I have like an organizer. It's 3 shelves, and in that organizer, I have my notebook. In my notebook, I have probably a few pages of poems plus some notes that I have to write for work, and then some more motivational quotes to myself, and then more writing. I just love writing. Do you think that you love writing, or that you think you love doing music? Because writing music has to do with writing itself. Do you think that you write to do music, or that you do music to write?
To do music. I mean, at the at the end of the day, that's where I started off everything
Mm-hmm.
was just writing,
Mm-hmm.
just
True.
writing down a single thought. And now it's expanded beyond music, like writing down scenes for music videos,
Okay. Is it your music videos?
my music videos, and others as well.
Okay. So do people hire you for that, or do you just come up with it and send it over to the director, send it over to the artist? How do you do that?
Oh no, I've been hired for only a couple of videos where I just write like uh kind of what I would say the screenplay.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this person's doing this, shoot it at this angle.
Yeah. I understand that completely. So you're basically like the director for the music video itself.
Yeah.
Do you have a director there when you're there and you're helping the director, or is the director taking your advice
Me and the director are
or working
working
together
together.
like a teamwork?
Yeah.
Like you have to you, bro. um, so when it comes to the mind of a man, do you think that everybody should have their own mindset and then go with what they think, or do you think that everybody should go with the flow of everybody else, because that's basically um, following?
No, no, no. You never go with the flow of everyone else. Because when you get comfortable in that mindset, that's called group thinking.
Hmm.
With group thinking, you basically become a clone. You no longer have an identity.
You're no longer one of a kind,
Right.
basically.
And we were all born as one of a kind. It's we let things come into us
Hmm.
and mold us into something that we're completely not, and that becomes part of a group.
Right. So, do you think that you should always, do you think that you yourself have always been a one? Because I know that you're in a group with your brother and you've been in a group with other people. That's just because you're easy to get along with. But do you think that you yourself will ever end up doing music alone? Or if they're never there in the next 10 years, if they want to drop out, do you think that you are going to continue doing music?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I did music before the group, and I'm
Mhm.
definitely going to do music if the group ever splits apart. I mean, at the end of the day, yeah, we are a group, but we're all individuals.
True. Exactly. That's true. That's exactly true. And no matter what you go through, you always have to think about what's best for you, no matter what, not what's best for you and your group, because you and your group are basically right now is a chapter in your life that all of you are going through now. And it might be a very good chapter, it might be a very good phase, but nothing lasts forever. And you were born alone, you will die alone. So it's good that you know that you're
Oh
gonna
no, that thing's forever. I mean, I have it tattooed on my arm.
what? Nothing forever?
No, Ivy League.
Oh, Ivy League is forever.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, do you think that you guys are gonna make music together? But that's you and your brother.
Well, actually, there's quite a few members.
Okay. Do you think that after a few years, you guys are always gonna be together? And if you guys ever drift apart because of life issues, because life does that to you,
I
you guys
mean,
will always be there for each other.
yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, we were all friends first. It wasn't just a bunch of musicians coming together.
Hmm.
I mean, when we first started a group, half of them didn't even rap yet. So
No way.
yeah.
I've been trying to learn how to rap, but I just do poems. How can I learn how to rap? Tell me. Did he
You
teach
just
them? Or because
yeah.
this is how I've been trying to teach myself. I'm not gonna rap. I'm not gonna rap. But this is how I teach myself. Like I write my poems and they're so good that I start putting instrumentals in the background. You know, like trippy instrumentals, like Portishead instrumentals. You know Portishead?
Yeah.
They're one of my favorite bands. And they just have one of the best songs or all of the best songs in the world that I love. And so what I do is I go ahead and I put some Portishead and I just read my poems out and I try to go with the beat. And it never works. You think that if I practice more, I'm gonna start rapping?
Yeah, you
No, be
can.
honest. You think it's not gonna work? Because I don't know if it works.
I mean, at first mine wasn't the greatest either, but it came with practice. I mean, all you have to do is just follow the drum. You hear the last drum kick or last clap, that's where you end that one line.
You know what's so funny? There's a song by Morchiba. It's one of my favorite songs. It's called "The Beat of the Drum." Have you heard it?
No, I have not.
The beat of the drum. Well, I'm not a singer, but that's how it goes. You guys go on YouTube and look up Morchiba, Morcheeba, Beat of the Drum. It's a very good song. Listen to it, and tell me if you like it or not. Now, we have been talking a lot about you. Now let's talk about your favorite artists. Who are your idols, and who do you think that motivated you or inspired you to do music? Apart from your dad and his band, but you have to have listened to music when you were younger. Who do you think that was your biggest inspiration or your favorite artist growing up?
Um, my favorite artist definitely growing up was Q-Tip from Tribe Called
Oh,
Quest.
of course I know Q-Tip. Who
Some
doesn't know
people
Q-Tip?
don't.
Well, that's because the thing is that, like I was saying in my last episode, a lot of people don't know what real music is. Q-Tip or Tribe Called Quest. If you haven't heard Electric Relaxation, go ahead and download that. Don't even go watch it. Download it, because that's a really good song that nobody even knows about anymore. What do you like about Q-Tip?
Q-Tip, everything he does is just it's magic.
Yep.
Like what I love particularly about him is his choice of words.
Mm-hmm.
Like
The abstract.
he's so abstract. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he's not gonna say like, "Oh, I shot up their crew." He
No, he's
says,
not.
"I'll spray you all top to bottom like graffiti."
Very nice. Very nice choice of words. I agree. I agree. And not only is he very abstract, he has some type of flow that you just have no you just can't not vibe to it. You cannot not love him. You can't. And the same thing with the Tribe Called Quest. You have heard the song Verses of the Abstract, or I hadn't down that as well. Very, very good song. Do you have any other idols?
Yeah. Um, this is actually the funniest one, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Why?
Why?
Don't tell me because of the Wolf of Wall Street.
No, actually, no. I'm not gonna give you that generic answer. It's because of all the great movies he's been in,
Mm-hmm.
he's never won an Oscar, and that has not slowed him down or stopped him or discouraged him.
That's true. I agree. I think that that's a very good way to explain it. To explain why he's your idol, because I think that no matter what he's been through, no matter what he goes through, no matter what he does, he's still striving to be one of the best, or still striving to do what he loves to do. And I could tell that he loves to perform as an actor. He's a really good actor. He's actually one of my cousin's crushes. I remember when we were younger, she'd be like, "Oh my god, I love him." Like,
Natalie?
no, she's not my cousin. Natalie, she's my friend. Titi, Natalie Delgado. She's my friend at work. She's not my cousin. But I do have a cousin named Natalie who just gave birth today. Prima, I love you. Congratulations on your baby. If
That
you're
was the
watching this, congratulations. She just had a baby today, a baby girl, Maya Jaslyn. Congratulations again. What are your favorite songs from Q-Tip, or what are your favorite songs of your own that you've made?
Let's see. We'll start with Q-Tip.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite songs from him. Let's see. Dance on Glass.
Mm-hmm.
It's off the Renaissance album. It's insane.
Okay, I have to go ahead and hear that. You guys
Um,
go ahead and hear that Dance on Glass off of the Renaissance album for Q-Tip, right?
yeah.
Okay, go hear that, guys.
He has another one on that same album called Move, where he has Jay Dilla sample "Rock with You" by Michael Jackson,
Okay.
and it's almost unrecognizable.
Okay.
Like he took just enough from the song where he doesn't have to pay royalties. So that was awesome.
So he didn't have to. Do you
No,
know that?
no, I'm kidding.
Oh, I was about to say because you have to
You have to
when
pay
it
Michael
comes,
Jackson
yeah,
royalties.
especially when it comes to Michael Jackson and his family, you have to just pay royalties because they'll sue you in a jiffy. They will sue you in a jiffy. They really will. Now, what are one of your own favorite songs? How many do you have, and why is that your favorite song?
Wow, I have well over 100 songs.
Is it gonna be tough to choose, or
You're making me choose the favorite child.
oh, that's so nice. Guys, he just said that I'm making him choose a favorite child. That means that he loves each and every one of his own songs. And that's really, really amazing. That just shows you how much of a great artist he is. Up and coming artist, Dreamcast McFly, guys. Check him out. Now, out of those babies that you have, out of all of those children that we call songs, I mean all of those songs that we call children, which one is your complete favorite and why? You have to choose one.
I had to choose one.
You have to choose one.
Good God. Man, probably one of my favorite songs I've written to this day was probably Lacuna Inc.
Lacuna Inc. I haven't heard that one. What is that song about and how does it sound? What type of flow is that?
It's on this laid back beat. Kind of sounds like a Jay Dilla vibe. The way I structured it is the same way R&B song is written. You know, chorus, verse, chorus, bridge, chorus at the end as well.
Okay.
And what I love about it is everyone off the first listen, they think it's a love song, but it's really not. It's an invitation to explore my mind.
Oh, that's amazing. I would love to hear that song. Not only because I just want to read poems and I just want to read books and I want to hear songs that are the same that invite me to explore the minds of whoever wrote it. That just allows me to go deeper into what that person was feeling when they wrote that song or when they did that song. Depending on how deep that song is, just shows how much stuff you have on your mind at that moment. What's the name of that song again? Lacuna
Inc.
Lacuna Inc. And what does that mean?
It's actually, I actually got the idea from the movie Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
I haven't seen it.
It's a really good movie. Only Jim Carrey role I took seriously.
Okay. Well, was he being a comedian?
No, he wasn't.
That's weird.
It was him being an actual actor.
Oh, wow.
It was phenomenal. The particular scene, well, Lacuna Inc. In the movie, there's a company called Lacuna Inc. that if you've gone through some trauma, it's that memory from your mind.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then in the movie, he broke up with his girlfriend. She got her memory erased of him. And he was so hurt when he found out about it, he goes to do the same procedure. And halfway, like he's running through his own memories and he doesn't want to do it anymore.
Can he do that? Well, of course, it's a movie. But I'm just thinking to myself, like, if I'm erasing my memory, that I want to stop doing that because I basically just have no memory of me.
No, his emotions, like
his emotions want him to stop.
Yeah. And
so basically, the heart took over the mind.
Yeah, he's trying to find a way to stop it.
Oh wow! And what is your song? How does your song incorporate to that title, or to that movie?
Well, it was just the imagery of him walking through his own thoughts, jumping from like this memory to that memory.
Mm-hmm.
And just when I actually thought about it and started writing about it, like I pictured all of that
Right.
coming together.
I could definitely picture that myself. And those are the best type of artistic ways to incorporate anything into any type of art, drawing, poem that you have. The best way to do it is by picturing something in your mind. Now, with that being said, what we're going to go ahead and do is end the show. This is the ending of Young at War. It was a pleasure speaking to you, as well
Pleasure's
as
all mine.
getting to know you better. Dreamcast McFly, guys, follow him on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and what do we have here? SoundCloud. Now, what is your Facebook, Instagram, and SoundCloud?
For Facebook and Instagram, you could just look up Dreamcast McFly, as well as SoundCloud. For Twitter, it's McFly_vision.
And
And
SoundCloud?
oh yeah, SoundCloud, just look up Dreamcast McFly or go to soundcloud.com/Mr. Right 10.
Mr. Right 10?
Yeah.
All right. Now, for my YouTube watchers, go ahead and look him up. For my radio listeners, go ahead and look him up as well. It was a pleasure being here tonight on Young at War. Go ahead and look me up on Facebook, Young at War. Also, go ahead and look me up on Instagram, Maxie, MAXIE_y'all, YAW. Thank you very much and have a wonderful night, guys. Peace.